Hey guys, this is Mafra with another Minecraft video. I'm here on factions.clowncraft.co.uk. That's the server we're all playing on. And in this episode, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of the dominant faction on the server. That's my faction, AfroCircus. And we're going to take a look at how AfroCircus is organized. I'm going to give you a tour of our base and give you some previews of some future videos that will show off some cool stuff. But before I dive into that, I just wanted to point out, I'm at Spawn right here. And if you've subscribed to my channel or watched my videos, the last video, I was a bit of an apology video. I tried to apologize. I kept laughing, but I tried to apologize because I'd accidentally blown up Spawn, and that was not a good thing. And so I want to give a shout out to my man DubstepClown, owner of the server, owner of factions.clowncraft.co.uk, for fixing Spawn. And I noticed, Dub, that you decided to put a little bit of obsidian down here. I don't think the original spawn point had obsidian. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that I may have dropped some TNT right about here. Probably not, but anyway, it looks good, and it's we may want to expand that obsidian in future. If no, I'm just kidding. There will not. I promise. I swear there will not be any more TNT dropped on spawn. At least not by me. So anyway, so let's dive into this now. I'm going to take you straight to the AfroCircus faction home, F home, and for those of you that have watched these videos, you know that we have claimed the end, and fairly recently we've moved our faction home to the end, and you'll see kind of a work in progress, our work in process here. So this is our faction home right here, and I'm going to give you a quick tour, and then I'm going to talk about the players within the faction and what the kind of things that we're doing. So this is where we slew the Ender Dragon, and of course it spawns this portal back to spawn, and this is what was responsible for, well, I was responsible for blowing up spawn, but a little prank that I decided to play, putting a dispenser up here, and then putting TNT in the dispenser and pushing the button in order to invite people to a spawn party. I should say drop party at spawn. It turned into a death party and yeah, caused some problems. But up here, we've gone ahead and we put back the Ender Dragon egg, and we've got it in this kind of cage up here. This is the pride of AfroCircus, recalling our valiant battle against the Ender Dragon. And so looking around here, AfroCircus is going to be expanding out from this point. Timinated built this kind of cool fishing hole, I guess we call it, but a nice little water feature, and then we've got other things going on. Now, AfroCircus is all about the music. So pretend this is a red velvet rope. So this is our club, and the AfroCircus Club. And Timinated did a fair amount of work on this, as did other members of the team. And here's where we play our AfroCircus music. We've got a bunch of different CDs, and let's see. I think we got Far. I haven't seen Far. That's a new one. So let's see what we got going on here. Radioactive, nice. So we have a custom music pack, the Clowncraft music pack that I put together, and all of our faction members have it installed, and so we can just jam out here and listen to kind of some cool tracks and things like that. So that's what we do in our off time, and looks like they've just finished the roof here. This is nice. For a while, we were jumping off the top of this obsidian tower into the middle here, working on acrobatics while jamming to tunes. That's the kind of stuff we do. Here it comes. Nice drop there. So anyway, this is and these lights turn on and move around. They're kind of cool. So well done here. Let that play off in the background. We got a bit of a vault over here. I'm not going to take you through that. We've got other areas that are secured. You can see with water flowing over obsidian. So all kind of cool stuff. Now here's something that's really cool, is that this is the gateway. Now, I recently found out on this server that we have the Creative Gates plugin, and for those that haven't, that have no familiarity with Creative Gates, go to Google and search on MineCraft Creative Gates, one word, and what you'll realize is that we have the ability to create gates, portals, as players that go to various places, any place we want it to. And in fact, we are in the process of setting up a bunch of gates so that when we come to our F home, we can quite easily from there head out to another base. Once we have one set up, this goes to our overworld base, our old base, if you will, and this goes to Timinated's base. Looks like a nice big T gate here, and so on and so forth. So individual players can have gates that take them straight to their personal base without them having to use their /home. In other words, without having to set home to their personal base if they want to have a personal base. They can all come to the AfroCircus faction home, and from there step through these gates. And we've set these up to be one way, so they can basically only go out from the end and from this base, not in. You can't come in these gates. So it's a secure way of traveling to all sorts of different places around the Minecraft server. So I think we're pretty excited about this. I don't know if anyone else is doing anything like this. It's pretty cool. Um, so that's going on, and then I'll take a little bit of a trip over here and show off. This is something that was built quite a while ago, and I may have to have some tweaks on it. I'm out of music range now, but what I'm going to show you is the AfroCircus Ender Pearl farm. So I went ahead and built this some time ago, and you can see that we're leaving the main island here out into the void. We're in water covered tunnel of sorts, and the reason for all this is that it has to do with how Endermen work. And this is entirely my own design. I actually didn't look at I don't know, see if this got looted probably. Yeah. People always take the ender pearls because they want ender pearls. But essentially what we have here is we have a place for endermen to spawn, a couple different levels actually, and then periodically this through a hopper clock here, water, see, just moved right there. Water will flush. A quick flush of water will cause all of the areas to be covered, and they will Enderman will start taking damage, and they may come down here and come down to this little place where they can be killed. I'm not going to spend too much time here. You can switch it from an XP farm to a drop farm, which will drop farm causes the water to actually flow down into this little area, so it actually just kills the Enderman, causing their Ender pearls to drop in here, etc., etc. So this is kind of a cool little thing that only AfroCircus has, and it allows us to get about a stack of Ender pearls every 20 or 30 minutes, I guess on average. I think that rate will increase as we light up the end. As you can see, the end is not lit up at all, and so we have Endermen spawning all over the place here. But once we've lit everything up, then the only place for Endermen to spawn will be in that one protected area in the Ender Pearl farm, at which point I think our rate of Ender Pearls will increase dramatically. So anyway, this is the very beginnings of the end base here for AfroCircus. Looks like someone has created a nice little AfroCircus wall mural. I'm not really sure what this is, but it's kind of cool. I like this. This is good. Looks like creative use of stairs and things like that. So big old fat AC for AfroCircus. So at this point, I'm going to take you to our overworld base, and this is how we get around, is through portals. And boom, here we are. This is the AfroCircus base that I gave a tour on some time ago, and you can see that we've got the AfroCircus logo, and now the sea has been turned into a portal here. If I try to go back through this, I get that message that says this gate has entered disabled, and it will get all funky, and I'll feel all nauseated and stuff like that, but it won't actually do anything. So this is essentially the same AfroCircus base that I've toured in the past. We've swapped out some trees for some brown mushrooms, huge brown mushrooms, added a spider spawner finally in here so we can get string and things like that for dispensers, which we use in building our cannons. Looks like someone set up a mycelium farm, which is nice, all sorts of those little things. But essentially, this base hasn't changed too much since what we saw before. I'm going to head back to our home and take you through one other portal just to give you a quick glimpse at Timinated's base. I won't spend too much time there, but it just gives you a sense of how AfroCircus gets around. And here we are back at our home, and I can travel across the world in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, and boom, here I am at Timinated's personal base. This is kind of a cool little base he's got going on here. He's got some of his own things set up here. Villagers. Looks like he's got some nice little spawners. I'm actually pretty impressed by this. Tim found 2 naturally occurring zombie spawners and linked them together in order to create this. This is naturally occurring. He didn't spend 1,000,000 clown coins on 2 spawners, that sort of a thing. So he's got a wall of heads because he's an active player and is taking people down, all that kind of good stuff. And this is from AfroCircus. If I come in here again, you'll see the gate has enter disabled, so we can't get back there. So it's totally secure. Eventually, someone will find this location, and they won't be able to get back to our main base, which is good. And yeah, so that's this is the AfroCircus environment as it is right now. We'll be adding lots of things. We're going to be adding food and farms and things like that to the end. I think I'll take you also over to the spawn portal. Now, for those of you that have seen our previous videos, you saw that there's a spawn box, and it's over here. I've actually encased the entire spawn platform in an end stone box with it's not entirely encased in obsidian, but it's got a fair amount of obsidian to dissuade those that would try to blast through. And then we went ahead and encased that in glass, just for kind of fun. And so here we are in this glass. This is a large AfroCircus logo here, and the glass says AfroCircus. We've got a way to get down to this on top of the point down here and work on our acrobatics at the same time. Ooh, graceful landing. So you can see this is a top of our spawn box, and we've got AfroCircus here, polka dot, AfroCircus polka dot, and this is the area where we can fire off all sorts of nasty things to people that enter our spawn box and listen to tunes at the same time. We've got hoppers set up so that we can sweep up the remains of anyone that comes down to our spawn box and gets taken out by those traps. We've got set this massive potion dispenser that shoots at least 4 potions per second. That's what we've seen on average in tests, and sometimes it's much more than that. And yeah, so this is the spawn area, or I should say the spawn box for the end. This was once where we appeared on a little obsidian platform and had to fight the Ender Dragon about a month ago, about 3 weeks ago. So the last thing I'll show off is that we are in the process of turning this into a fully functioning base, just like our overworld base. And what that means is that we have villagers that we've moved to the end. That was a little bit tricky. Master Hero Brave did a great job at making that happen. And you can see here we have our set of villagers here that are our seed villagers that we can use to trade with and to basically get diamond, or not diamonds, but emeralds and things like that. And we also have animals that we're in the process of moving over, and it's pretty cool. We intend to turn this into a fully functioning base, and this will be our main area of operations. It's all good, and so this is the AfroCircus base and where we're at right now. I also wanted to share a little bit about how we're organized. So here I am looking at the faction details, and it looks like AfroCircus was formed 1 month, 3 weeks, 3 days ago. That's about how long the server's been running. And we currently have 67 claimed chunks. That's quite a bit, definitely the most on the server. 76 total power. I'm cutting it a bit close there, to be honest, in terms of how much power. We need more power. And we have a total max power possible of 90. We can see that we have no truces with anyone. We have no allies. We have 2 enemies, the Killer Clowns. Those are our original rivals, and Cactus is an up-and-coming faction led by DMX. And then we have all of our members here. We have 9 members total. And so we've grown quite a bit. It looks like Finn is obsessed with pie. Nice. And so, for example, Timinated has a title here, Gatekeeper, and that's because he's been responsible for all the gates in the Afro-Circus. We have a title of Warlord for Master Hero Brave. He's been responsible for a number of raids against our rivals and all that kind of cool stuff. Pete has cool title for now. He asked for a cool title. We'll get him a better one down the road. Colonel Wolf is keeping us in food and basic equipment, so he's taken on the role of Quartermaster. Wither Slayer is been reworking all of our skins, giving everybody that wants it, and so far everybody has wanted one, the AfroCircus Rainbow Afro. You like it? Yeah. So that's what she's been doing. And Big Bouncer Panda. Panda was acting as a bouncer at our last party here. Big DJ. It looks like our AfroCircus logo on the overworld, but they put in DJ. Silly people. And so he was making sure only the right people got into the club. So he got the title Big Bouncer, and so we goof around, we have fun with stuff like that. It looks like Tim took down the diamond diving board. We used to have a diamond diving board up here so that we could run along these diamond blocks and jump off and work on our acrobatics from up here. But so it looks like the diving board got removed, but still, it's a good way to work on acrobatics and get hurt at the same time. Yay! So this is how AfroCircus is currently organized. We've got different roles for different people, and if we grow, and I'm not sure that we will, right now we're not taking any new recruits, but if we grow, we will definitely expand that organization, because it's important to be organized in order to give people things to do. The worst thing is to be part of a faction, not really know what you're supposed to do, or just be hanging around and be bored. So different people have different things that they're doing. They can switch up those jobs as they like. It's not like we're trying to tell people you got to do this or that, but it does help for us all to be organized and working together. And our plan for the coming weeks is to build out this end area, and it's my job, I guess, to put together a layout. And from then, we will continue to raid other rivals, other factions, and all that stuff. We did a raid just last night on Cactus. That's DMX's faction, and we were able to find one of their bases. Apparently, it was a decoy base, according to DMX, and we were able to destroy it utterly. So all good stuff. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to share with you guys. This is the AfroCircus faction, our base or bases, and kind of how we operate. In an upcoming video, I think I'll talk a little bit more about these creative gates and how you can create them. Maybe I can get Tim involved to help walk us through. I think that's a cool feature. And there's some on my faction that said, "Hey, don't tell anybody about this. It's too awesome. We want to keep this for ourselves." But I don't think that's really fair. I want people to know what plugins are on the server, and I think it's good for them to know how to use them. And then I want them to be fully knowledgeable and healthy when we crush them. So I don't want to crush people just because we figured something out that they don't know, or that they weren't aware of something that they really should have been. Um, yeah, and I think that I also want to put together a video to talk about kind of mad loots, because just to give you a quick insight, this is what is currently in my ender chest, and I've got my I'm working on my suit of God equipment here. You know, a nice little sword here. Check this out. This is my bomber bow. This has got bombardment. You can see that in red. This is from the custom enchantments plugin, which the server runs. Basically, when I fire this thing and it hits something, it drops a TNT onto it. It's worthy of a whole episode. It's so much fun. Got some good maxed out helm and chest plate, and diamond leggings is maxed out except for unbreaking 3, which I hope to get on at some point. And then these boots. These boots are amazing. Check this out. Maxed out protection 4, unbreaking 3, feather falling 4, and then they've got automatic poisoned and gears. 3 custom enchantments. They're absolutely crazy. Whenever I wear these boots, I have permanent speed 3 on me from gears. I can just run like you wouldn't believe. Someone hits me, they get poisoned. That's what poison does. I still don't know what automatic does. I think it's supposed to have something to do with automatically repairing damage. But anyway, I'm all about getting the mad loots, the swag equipment. And so that's what I'm working on, as well as building out a base and raiding other people and having fun here, being creative, listening to tunes, and hanging out with fun people. So that's what AfroCircus is all about. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be around, and in our next video, we'll be talking about how to create your own personal portals, creative gates, or maybe we'll talk about how to create custom enchantments and what you can do with those things, or maybe we'll talk about something else. But I think there's lots of cool things going on this server. We're all on factions.clowncraft.co.uk. If you're finding this video, come join us, and it's a lot of fun. Thanks everyone. Bye.